Welcome, Nitinji.
हेलो सर. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please, आज का सोच चालू करिए साहब.
Yes, we'll start in
Yeah.
next 2 minutes. We'll start the session.
Okay, fine, sir. जी,
Okay.
thank you. जी, welcome. Okay.
I think my screen is visible, na, Amit sir?
Yes, Nitin, your
Okay.
screen is visible. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Good afternoon, all of you. I welcome you all in this workshop. And today we're going to discuss the Matplotlib and Seaborn library. Okay. But before starting this Matplotlib and Seaborn, let me just take the few questions from the last session that is related to the pandas PLNA method. I think we didn't get the time to take the questions, right? So I think I got the questions related the PLNA method and specifically related with the limit, and the one question from the Mario that is related with the row wise handling the row wise handling of your null values. Okay, so the two questions I'm taking over here. Okay, that is related with your PLNA method, pandas PLNA method. So let's just start with that part, pandas PLNA method. So this method we have already discussed. Okay, PLNA method in pandas. Basically, that method is used to handle the missing value. Okay, handle the missing value means what? You can fill that particular missing value with the help of some user defined value, or you can replace that particular value with some statistical values like mean or median kind of thing. And generally we fill that particular value with the use of the mean value, and that technique is called as the imputation technique, and we have discussed that part thoroughly. Only thing is that there are several parameter. Okay, every method contain lot many parameter, and it is not possible for me also, or not for everyone to to get to know about all these parameter. You need to do the practice on that, right? In yesterday class also I discussed the same thing with Mario and madam also, that you need to refer the help section for the more parameters. Okay, there are lot many parameters and you need to do the practice on that. Okay, so now I'm starting with the that PLNA method. So let me take the same example to explain this. So I'm just creating one data frame over here. Okay, so let's create one data frame. Already it has been created. Okay, so we have created lot many data frames in the last session. So now I'm directly copying this line to create the data frame. Okay. My task is to explain some parameter, extra parameter. Okay. That is related with the fill_na method. And specifically, I want to focus it on the limit parameter. Okay. So limit parameter I'm discussing. And the second discussion is that is the question from Mario related with the your row wise handling of your fill_na method. Okay, so these two problem I am discussing. So let's just start. So this is my data frame. Okay, I'm just considering this data frame. So quickly I will show you this data frame to you. Okay, so this is what my data frame we are having. Observe here this NaN means your missing value. Okay, all these are the missing value. Okay, and we need to handle this missing value, and you know the method to handle the missing value. One way is to drop NA method. Okay, so drop NA method means directly you just drop the particular column or particular row that contain your null value. Okay, this is one way, but most of the time we prefer to use replace that particular null value with some kind of value. Okay, so now let's start. The same part we have already discussed. Okay, this is just a questions that I have taken. Two questions I am discussing over here. Now, simple df dot fill_na. Okay, whatever the value that we pass, let's suppose I pass the 5, so that get replaced, that particular 5. All the null value over here, all the null value is now get replaced by this 5. Observe here. Okay, when I put here 5. Likewise, when you place the 10, then you can replace it by using the 10 also. Okay, this is what we have already discussed. Also, you can calculate the mean also. That is the mean of something like mean of overall value also you can replace. This is up to you. Okay, you can replace it by mean of or median of some values. Okay. Okay, that is what we can replace. So this is up to you how you want to replace. Okay, now there are some parameters. Okay, so like axis is equal to 0 or 1, which I already discussed with you. Again, in place is equal to true or false. That parameter also we have discussed thoroughly in the last class. The one more parameter is there, which is the optional parameter, which is of no use, but still as it is there. So I just got the question in the last session, limit, how it is useful. So for the limit, you just need to do some modification. You need that type of data frame, then only you can able to observe this particular replacement of your null value. Okay, and also along with that there is a method. Okay, method is equal to null. So I am just using over here two methods. One method that I am using, that is the backfill. Okay, so short form it is a bfill, and second one is as a forward fill. So I will just demonstrate this thing to you. So let me just take the forward fill method. Okay, df dot fill_na method is equal to ffill. Okay, when we use the method is equal to ffill, first I will show you the actual df. Okay, actual df. This is what your actual df, and now I am using the df dot fill_na method. Observe here, df dot fill_na means forward filling. So by default, your axis is equal to 0 over here. Okay, by default, your axis is equal to 0. Okay, by default. So that's why here we are using the row wise operation. Okay, so row wise operation means what? Forward filling means what? Sorry. Here we have forward filling in column wise manner. Okay, observe here. By default, axis is equal to 1. So here, just 7. Observe this 7 forwarded over here. Okay, just this 5 is forwarded over here and here. Observe here, you are getting this 5. The entries, three entries is forwarded. 1, 2, 3 position. Okay, so that's why you are getting this kind of output. Okay, this is called as the forward filling. Okay, so this is called as the forward filling. And now next one. Yes, so next one, that is axis is equal to 1. So you can add the axis is equal to 1. Observe here. Now when I write here axis is equal to 1, then it works in some different way, right? It works in a column wise manner, row wise manner. Okay, axis is equal to 1. By default, axis is 0 over here in fill method. Okay, so axis is equal to 1 means, observe here, that particular 3 is get forwarded. Okay, it's a forward. You know the meaning of forward and backward. Okay, so that 5 is get forwarded over here. Okay, observe both. This is your actual data frame and this is after the fill NA. Okay, this is after fill NA. So both thing you need to observe carefully. Okay, so this 7 is now get forwarded over here, and over here. So that's why we are getting the 777 over here. Okay, and accordingly we are doing the fill NA. Accordingly we are using this fill NA method. Okay, getting it. These are the methods. Okay, method app fill and B fill also there. I will discuss the backfill method also. Now next important part, not that much important, but it is limit. One more parameter is there. Okay, and that question I get in the last session, what is the use of the limit. Now it is possible for me to explain the meaning of the that particular limit value. So let me add the limit over here. Okay, so now instead of the axis is equal to 1, I'm normally I'm directly using this one, but along with the limit I will take the example. Okay, now I'm adding over here limit is equal to 2. Now observe it carefully. When I write the limit is equal to, first add the limit is equal to 1 only, you automatically get the meaning what is the use of the limit. Observe here, forward filling is there, along with that limit is equal to 1. So limit is equal to 1 means it's only one position it considered. Okay, one position means what? Actually it is axis is equal to 0. Okay, so we are performing the column wise operation. Okay, column wise. Now observe here, this 7 is now get replaced as limit is equal to 1. So now you are getting the 7 at this place. Observe this 7. Okay, similarly this 5 is now forwarded at this position only. Okay, the limit is 1 only, so you are, this is as it is, this entry is as it is, only you are getting the 5 at this place only. Similarly this 3 is forwarded over here only, not over here and not over here. Okay, so that's why you still are having this null values. Okay, you still having this null value. Understand the meaning of limit is equal to 1? Madam, are you there? The madam who asked the question regarding this limit.
Yes, sir.
Madam, do you getting this thing? Or have you practiced that? That time I discussed with you, you need to explore the parameter and need to analyze some actual data, means need to use some data in which you can just get to know how the limit is working. Because in yesterday's class, we are taking the data frame which is somehow random, and it's hard for me also to explain that limit is equal to 1. It's not that much important parameter, but it is there, and as it is a question from your side, so once again I started with that part, fill NA method. I hope it is clear now, madam.
Yes, sir. It is clear now. Thank you.
Okay, so similarly when limit is equal to 2, then you will get that kind of thing. Okay, so this output limit is equal to 2 means what? Observe here, this particular 3 value, and we have the 3 null values over here. Okay, so limit is equal to 2 means what? Only these 2 null value get replaced. Okay, these 2 null value get replaced. I hope you are getting the things. Okay, but this NaN is as it is. Observe both input and output. Okay, so this is what the use of the limit operator. Okay, limit parameter. Now next, I think limit is equal to, yes. Accordingly, you can also use the mean. You can replace that particular with the mean also. Let's suppose I want to use the mean. Df dot mean. Okay, and that particular mean is also get replaced with limit is equal to 2. Now observe here the same kind of situation is there. So let me first show you the mean. There are some statistical method through which you get the mean values. Okay, so these are the mean value. Okay, df dot mean. So now this get replaced. Okay, now next part we will discuss the second method. Okay, I'm now considering the second method over here, that is forward fill is there. Now next is backward fill. For backward fill, I will take another example. Okay, for backward fill, I'm considering different data frame. Okay, for backward frame, I'm just considering different data frame. Okay, so now this is my data frame. Okay, now I just want to explore you this backward fill method. Okay, on this data frame. So same df1 dot fill na method is equal to method that we have, it is backfill or bfill. Yeah, bfill. Let backfill. Let me just check it. It's a bfill. Okay, or you can use the backfill also. Now method is equal to backfill, and observe the output now. Limit is equal to 2. I am considering over here df1. Now backward filling means what? The name itself indicates the meaning. Backward fill means what? Now this is my number 7. Okay, and we have NaN at this place. Okay, so by default axis is 0, and by default it is related with your column wise operation. Okay, so column wise we are going. Now this particular 8 starting with this value. Now how it is replaced? In this way we are working. Okay, and specifically backward. Okay, so observe here this particular 8 is now get replaced for this NaN. Okay, in forward filling this NaN is replaced with this 4 value. Okay, when we use the forward filling, that NaN is replaced with the 4 value. But now we are using the backward filling method, then that particular 8 value is replaced over here. This 7 value is replaced over here. Okay, this 5 value is replaced over here. Similarly, this 5 is replaced over here. Okay, so likewise we are working over here. Okay, so this is what the use of the backward filling. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone, backward filling. Now the next question that I am having, that is from the Mario, that he asked me whether it is possible to work with the row wise manner. Like here we have discussed the column wise. Okay, so column wise we have discussed. Okay, so column wise replace handling the null value, and generally 90% we use the column wise operation, 99% can say, but we have the provision to do the same kind of thing in row wise fashion also. So to explain this thing, I will consider the same example, okay, which we have discussed in the last class. This data frame already we have created. So I'm just copying this data frame over here. Same data frame, already we have discussed this data frame. Some literals problem, encoding problem over here. Now this is my data frame. Now I just want to replace. Likewise, we use the fill na method on the column way. Okay, so column wise we generally perform the operation. But let's suppose I want to use the index. Okay, for specific index, let's suppose I want to work for this Naman. Okay, I want to handle this kind of thing. Okay, numan, I just want to replace the numan only. Okay, only the value, specific value of numan. For column also we have discussed. Okay, for column also we have discussed in the last class how to access the column. For column we just use, let's suppose for I just want to handle this particular column. Okay, I just want to so let's start. The name of the data frame. So df of apple apples dot fill na. Okay, df of apple dot fill na, and what we want, we just want to replace the apple. Okay, so I just want to replace this apple entries with the mean values of the apple. Now observe here. So here I have just replaced, just handle this apple column. Okay, specific apple column I have handled over here. Okay, and replace this particular null value, these three null values, with the mean of this particular apple column only. Okay, mean of particular apple column only. So that's why we are getting at the Naman place you are getting the 3.2. Okay, at the Param place you are getting the 3.2, and at the Mukesh side you are getting the 3.2. So this is what the way to handle the particular column. Okay, because every time we are not interested in entire data set. Okay, we are only needed to handle the sum column. Okay, let's suppose you have the 10 column in your data set, out of which you need to handle just 2 or 3 column that contain the null value. Okay, remaining one, it is okay. Okay, so how this is the way, and 90%, 99, 95 to 99% we use this approach. Okay, 99, I can say 99. Okay, but I just got the question at the end that whether it is possible to handle the row value. Okay, so row value, how can we handle this row value? Okay, so for the particular row, this is not at all useful while doing the pre-processing. Okay, that is not, but you can do it with the help of pandas. Generally 99% we prefer to work with the column only. Okay, so now let's just start that question from the Mario. How to that is, the question is handling this particular row only. Okay, I just want to replace this particular null value, okay, with the help of the mean of this particular, okay, the mean of remaining two. So mean of this 2 means 6 plus 2 divided by 2, that is 8 divided by 2, that should be 4. I just want the 4 over here, okay, at the place of nan. Okay, so let me just take this example. Okay, so we use the .loc method for that. So df.loc, in bracket we write the numan. Okay, so df.loc in bracket numan, then dot fill na. Okay, and the same thing, I just want to replace the mean with the mean. You can replace anything, you can directly replace some constant value also, but I am showing it here, the imputation approach. That is, we generally use this dot mean approach. Okay, so let's just execute. Now observe here. So this is what the replacement. Observe. Okay, this is my numan row. We have this null value and I want to handle this. Okay, 2 plus 6, that is divided by 2, that is mean that we are getting, it is 4. And so we are getting the 4 at this place, at the place of the apple. I hope it is clear. Mario, is it clear?
Is not here right now.
Okay, okay. Now, so this is all about the pandas.
No,
Now
I'm
let's just
hello.
hello.
I'm
Let's just
here.
start with the.
Yeah, he's here. Mario is here now.
Okay, Mario is here. Okay.
Hello.
Mario, do you getting this thing?
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay. Now let's start with the remaining part. That is the today's part that we have. That is the Matplotlib and Seaborn library. That is for the data visualization purpose. And already we have started this part. That is Matplotlib. We have already started. So to import the Matplotlib, what command we need to use? We need to import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Okay, this line we need to import the matplotlib, and in which we have discussed the line plot. Okay, line plot. By default, your plot is line plot. Okay, so there is no need to write like line plot. Okay, so by default, when we write the command plt dot plot, it is your line plot, and in that plot, whichever is the plot, normal plot contain the two value x, because you all know whenever you want to plot something, you need the two values, x and y values. Okay, so x and y. Somewhere down the line, for some graph we don't need it, but most of the graph you need the two values x and y. Okay, so that's what we have discussed. Also, we have discussed the multiple line plot. Multiple line plot means what? On a single graph, we plot the different line plot, and we assign some different label. Okay, so that time we use some other attributes also in the dot plot method. So in dot plot method, we use that label parameter. Okay, that particular label parameter we use. Okay, also we use the color parameter also. Okay, so to give the identification for that particular variable, let's suppose we have taken the example of x versus y1 and x versus y2, right? So different label that we are having, and also we use one method for that is called as the plt dot legend method. This is the new method that we have discussed in the multiple line plot. Okay, plt dot legend method. And in line plot, to make it as a complete line plot, we have some method called as, this is common for all the plot. Okay, that's why I'm repeating over here. Okay, after that I am not going to repeat this thing, because when we discuss the bar plot, when we discuss the scatter plot, okay, any plots that we discuss, the methods are same. Okay, which methods? If you want to label your x-axis, then method is your plt dot x label. Okay, plt dot x label. Okay, you can add the name of your label, x-axis, y-axis, whatever you want. Okay, it's up to you. Similarly, you have another method that is called as the plt dot y label. Okay, y-axis. And the last method that you have, that is called as the plt dot title. So title is basically for giving the title to your graph. And one more method is there, that is very important one. It is that is plt dot save fig. Okay, through that method you can save your figure into your root directory or at any other place on your laptop. Okay, by adding the path. Okay, that is also the one method that we have discussed. So these all are the importance method which we have discussed in the last class. So quickly I will just revise this thing. So this is the first line, matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Then we plot a line using dot plot method, and with the help of that savefig method, we saved it into your root directory. Okay, this is what the plot that we get. But this is not the complete plot. So we added some title or label or y label with this line of code. Okay, so this is what your another plot. Not another plot, it is a line plot with some extra attributes like title, y label, and x label. Okay, which we have already discussed. This is your title, x-axis is the label of your x, y-axis is the label of your y-axis. Also, we have plot the multiple lines on a single line plot. Okay, so we just have plotted this x versus y, x versus y2, x versus y3, and x versus y4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4 lines we have plotted on a single line plot. Okay, so to give the identification, I have assigned the different color over here, different color and the different labels. Okay, this is the color. You can use the simple color is equal to green kind of thing also. Okay, equal to green. Okay, but you can use the shorthand operation also. Label is equal to Honda. So these are the label. Okay, and the line width means what? That is the width of your line. Title, Y label, X label, and this is one new method, that is plt.legends. So legends gives the description of the area. Okay, which area represent which part. So let's execute this. Okay, so this is the graph that you get. Bike details. Okay, so here this information you will get because of this dot legend method. Okay, now whatever we have discussed, this all the methods now common for all the plots. Okay, these all 4 methods are common for all the plots which we are going to discuss, right? Bar plot, horizontal bar plot, vertical bar plot, pie plot, scatter plot, whichever the plot it is, all 4 methods are same. And also when we draw the multiple line plot, then we'll add this label into your plot. Okay, so this is what your multiple line plot with dot legend method. Now let's start. Is called as the bar plot. So let me just create so let's create one values, x values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Then y value as a, b, c, d, e. Okay, now so let's plot the bar plot over here. Plt dot we need to import the library first. Okay, so this is my bar. Now we need to replace this y and x. Now y comma x. Now it's proper one. Okay, for a particular value, the 10. For b we are having the 20. So it's you can replace this x and y with some value like year versus the population. Okay, year versus population you can take here. Now simple bar plot, it is by default it is a blue color. Okay, you can replace the color over here by color is equal to red. Okay, this is what the graph you get. But as far as this graph is concerned, it is not complete. So to make it as complete graph, you need to add the label x label. X label means the end. Let's take the value quantities. Label. Its spelling is Many a time I get confused in the spelling. Okay, so also correct over here also LABEL. Okay, on notepad also I am correcting this thing LABEL. Okay. Okay, this is your sample bar plot. Okay, so this is your sample bar plot. X label, Y label, and title. Okay, so this is what your sample bar plot. Now, let's suppose this is your vertical bar plot. Okay, vertical bar plot. I just want to plot it into the horizontal way. So I'm copying the same line of code. So bar plot, I want the bar plot in horizontal way. So one changes is required, that is bar H. Okay, so you will get this plot. This is horizontally and this is vertical bar plot. Okay, simple. Bar H is the command or the method through which you get the horizontal bar plot, and normal dot bar means it is a vertical bar plot. Now next let's suppose you want to add some more plot onto the single bar plot. Okay, the kind of same thing which we have discussed in the line plot. Okay, the same thing. Now I'm doing over here the same data I'm considering. Instead of this, I'm using this bar plot. Okay, dot bar method. So let me just take one more example to explain this multiple bar plot. Proper example we need. So I'm having the proper example. So this is what your normal bar plot. Okay. Then multiple bar plot. Okay. So this is the proper example. So here x1 versus y1 is the one plot, x2 versus y2 is the different plot, x3 versus y3, x4 versus y4. Okay, separately I am considering over here, and for every plot I am assigning the label. Okay, Enfield, Honda, Yamaha. Okay, and also for every plot I am assigning the color also. Okay, so let me just add one color over here. So color it's pink. Okay, so and the width also you can add, so it's up to you. By default it can take the width also, this is optional parameter, and the remaining part is same. Okay, so this is what my bar plot. Let me execute this one. So you'll get the structure like this, multiple bar plot. Okay, as this is up to you. When you have the proper data, then you'll get the correct, means the up to date values. Okay, so up to date value, why I'm getting it over here, because I'm just drawing it separately, x1 versus y1, x2 versus y2, and each one is having the different label. Okay, so observe here. So this is what the graph I'm getting. So you can change that width value also. It's on you. Right, but as 0 point with the 0.5 there may be some mixing into the some other graph, right? There might be a confusion, so you need to decrease that value. 0.3, 0.3 is better in this case. Okay, so this is what the bar plots for plotting the bike details in the bar plotting. Okay, days versus distance is the plotting, and we have assigned the different labels for the different types of bike. Okay, so this is what my multiple bar plot. The next plots that we are having, it's the same example. I think bar plots, same example. Okay, it's same example. It is again simple bar plot. Only two values, two plots I'm considering over here: x1, y1, x2, y2, and plotting it. Okay, like plt dot bar x1, y1 label is equal to BMW, color is equal to red, versus y2 label is equal to RD, color is equal to Y. plt dot legend, plt dot x label, plt dot y label, plt dot title, and plt dot show for display the graph. You can add that width parameter also. Apart from this, there are many parameters. For that, you can refer the help section. Okay, so this is what the graph that you get. Horizontal bar plot. So in horizontal bar plot, the same kind of thing. Only thing is that you just need to replace that particular bar with bar H. X values, Y value, and color is equal to red. Okay, the same part we already have discussed. Plot that we are having. So here in case of the horizontal bar, when I type the width, observe here. So this one part, optional parameter, it is not needed, but still someone may try, means कोई try कर सकता है कि यहाँ पे width add कर देगा और execute करेगा, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, error मिलेगी आपको, क्योंकि क्या रहता है, वो vertical plot था, normal plot था, वहां पे width is needed, बट ये आपका क्या है, हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लॉट है, तो यहाँ पे ये जो वैल्यू है ये हाइट बन जाएगी आपकी। तो अगर हाइट में करता हूं तो यहाँ पे जो पैरामीटर रिप्लेस होगा वो हाइट से होगा। ठीक है, तो ये थोड़ा आपको देखना पड़ता है, जब आप हेल्प सेक्शन में जाते हो तब आपको इसकी डिटेल्स आपको पता लगती है। हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लॉट है मतलब क्या है, हॉरिजॉन्टल मीन्स व्हाट, वी आर इंटरेस्टेड इन द हाइट। ओके, एंड when it is a normal plot, when it is a normal vertical plot, then we consider the width parameter, but it's optional, not needed, so do not use. Now next plot that we are having, it's a scatter plot. Okay, dot scatter is the command for that, so let me just show you hands on this. So let's take some values. X is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and y is equal to 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. plt dot scatter, x versus y. Okay, color is equal to red. Yes,
Sir, can we are we going to cover double axis bar plot diagram, something? Double axis
means
double axis graphs, like where we can have two things on y axis,
where we have
as well as where we can have
wait,
graph with respect to y axis on left hand as well as right hand side.
exactly नहीं समझ में आ रहा है question.
Normally we can have double axis. See, right now we're having two axes, x and y. Okay,
Right.
So on y axis we can have two things, like we're having a distance as well as like maybe the model, maybe the age of that particular bike on x axis.
अभी यहाँ पे
Left
जैसे
hand side,
केस है,
left hand side we're having distance. So on
हाँ,
right hand
let's-
side there we have mentioned 5. Here we can have another parameter.
okay, third parameter also you want.
Yes, double axis. Yeah.
Third parameter. So we have some different plots also, na? Apart from this bar plot, we have.
Yeah. I'm just want to know that. Are we going to cover that?
Okay, we'll cover that part also. Okay.
Thank you.
Or maybe they are talking about the quadrants.
क्वाड्रेंट डिफरेंट है, वो तो अलग चीज, सर का अलग क्वेश्चन है, क्वाड्रेंट अलग है, ठीक है ना? वो भी हम कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि एक्सिस लेकर 4 पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया उसको, ये भी आप कर सकते हो। लेकिन सर का क्वेश्चन है कि अगर 3 पैरामीटर हम ऐड करते हैं तो कैसे ग्राफ बनेगा, तो वो भी कर सकते हैं। अलग अलग ग्राफ्स है, अलग अलग चीजों को एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए। ये आपका विजुअलाइजेशन है, जिसका विजुअलाइजेशन स्ट्रांग है वो अच्छे से अच्छा विजुअलाइज कर सकता है, ठीक है ना? ऐसा नहीं कि मुझे ही सभी टाइप के ग्राफ मैं अच्छे से कवर कर पाऊंगा। अगर ये एक बार आपको सब कमांड्स अगर आपको पता लग गई है और आपके पास जो डेटा है उसके ऊपर आप अच्छे से विजुअलाइजेशन कर सकते हो। कई बार मैं कमांड्स में अच्छा रहूंगा, कोडिंग में अच्छा रहूंगा, लेकिन मुझे विजुअलाइजेशन में दिक्कत होगी कि कौन सा पैरामीटर लूं और कौन सा नहीं लूं, राइट? So that part you need to cover, on which data you want to which plot, okay, and which parameter you want to add, on how you want to draw it, that is your choice. क्वाड्रेंट पार्ट जैसे ये बताया ना मैंने कि 4 पार्ट में डिवाइड करके यहाँ पे भी हम कर सकते हैं ना। नेक्स्ट, कहाँ पे थे हम? यस, स्कैटर प्लॉट पे थे हम। x, y color is equal to red, plt dot x label. Okay, so this is what your scatter plot. Okay, sample scatter plot it is. Likewise, you can add the multiple scatter plot over here. So I'm directly having that example. So instead of typing that particular example, okay, so this is simple scatter plot, then multiple scatter plot. So for the multiple scatter plot, I'm drawing a graph in between x and y, x1, y1, okay, x versus y and x1, y1, and plt dot scattered on x comma y with label is high income, low saving, color is equal to red, and this color as blue, plt dot scatter x1 comma y1 label low income, high saving, x label, y label, title, and use of this legend method. Okay, so this is what you get, the scatter plot. Okay, so mostly in machine learning we normally prefer, okay, I normally prefer only 2 to 3 plots. Okay, I normally prefer during machine learning scatter plot I will use, okay, and one more plot that I will use, that is heat map, okay, which is not in your matplotlib, that is in your Seaborn library. Okay, so normally I will use the scatter plot, okay, and max to max line plot, okay, max to max line plot, and the heat map, okay, heat map that is present in the Seaborn library. but this is just for the additional purpose. Let's suppose one way want to use the some that is exploratory data visualization is part is there, and you need to analyze your data, that then one can use this all the plot on your data set. Okay, and also you can save that figure also. Now this is your scatter plot. Now next plot that we are having, it is a pie plot. Okay, so simple example I am considering over here, pie plot. So observe it carefully. There are some different parameters also in this. Okay, so one by one I will explain this. Okay, so first part in the pie plot, everyone, I think everyone is familiar with the pie plot. Pie plot means it's a circle-like structure, and in the circle you will get the some percentage value. Okay, so let's suppose this plot is related with the students enrolled in different subjects. Okay, number of students enrolled in the different subjects means what? 23 students enrolled in this DBMS course, 17 students enrolled in this machine learning course, 35 enrolled in Java, 29 enrolled in Python, and 12 enrolled in HTML. So likewise, you will get the percentage value. Okay, how many students enroll for that particular course. Okay, so this is total what you are 100, and this particular area you will have, that is DBMS, Python, and HTML. Okay, so that is what your pie plot. Observe here, this is my x-axis value, or you can say the subject. Okay, or you can say the label. Okay, specifically these are the label, and the students, number of students that are allocated for this particular course. Okay, 23, 17, 35, and so on. Okay, now I'm just using the .py method. Okay, plt.py is the method. Now the actual data that we are having, this is my actual data, student. So student I need to pass over here. Okay, students. Okay, then second most important data is the label. Okay, so what is your label? So this is the one parameter. Label is one parameter that is present in the pie plot. So label is equal to your subject. Okay, so labels is equal to sub. Okay, now next, these are the optional parameter. Okay, start angle is your optional parameter, and I will show you what is the use of this parameter. Okay, when we do not consider this parameter and when we will consider the parameter, how it affect your pie plot. Okay, so let's start. Now without this parameter, auto packed is equal to this, without this parameter. Now when I execute this here, yes, यहाँ पे कुछ पता लग रहा है आप? परसेंटेज प्रॉपर वैल्यूज डिस्प्ले हो रही है, राइट? वैल्यूज डिस्प्ले नहीं हो रही है, हमें क्या चाहिए? यहाँ पे वैल्यूज चाहिए, तो हमारे पास एक्स्ट्रा पैरामीटर है। जैसे ही हम यहाँ पे हेल्प सेक्शन में जाएंगे, हमें एक एक्स्ट्रा पैरामीटर के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशन पता लग जाएगा कि मुझे यहाँ पे वैल्यू चाहिए, तो उसको मैं कैसे ऐड करूंगा। ठीक है, तो लेट्स ऐड द वैल्यूज। सो I use the auto packed is equal to %1.2f. Okay, %1.2f. 0.2 मतलब क्या? 0.2 मतलब डेसिमल के बाद कितनी वैल्यूज मुझे चाहिए, डेसिमल के बाद कितनी वैल्यू, फ्लोटिंग पॉइंट वैल्यू मुझे चाहिए, that is 1.2. Now again I will execute same thing. Now observe the plot. अब आप प्लॉट ऑब्जर्व करो, आपको क्या दिख रहा है? अब ये प्रॉपर प्लॉट है कि हमें क्या पता लग रहा है कि वैल्यूज भी पता लग रही है, कि यहाँ से हम नॉर्मली बता सकते हैं कि क्या है, जावा कोर्स में मैक्सिमम स्टूडेंट एनरोल्ड है। डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन हम इसीलिए करते हैं कि क्या, थ्रू डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन everyone can understand the things diagrammatically, right? Whatever the complex data that we are having, that you can easily represent in the graph, in figure or in a plot, in some plots, through some plot you can represent it in an easy way. Okay, so like when we observe this kind of thing, it is hard. Okay, as it is small data, so through this you get to know. But let's suppose it's a large data set, then we prefer to use this kind of techniques. Okay, data visualization. Now next,
excuse me sir,
start angle. हाँ बोलो
sir, what is the use of start angle?
बस बस अभी वही एक्सप्लेन करने जा रहा था मैं, ठीक है ना, स्टार्ट एंगल ही कर रहा, ऑप्शनल पैरामीटर इट इज। नाउ लेट नेक्स्ट, यहां से मैं स्टार्ट एंगल हटा देता हूं, ठीक है, ये ऑप्शनल पैरामीटर है, ठीक है ना, स्टार्ट एंगल, ऐसे बहुत सारे पैरामीटर्स रहेंगे वो आपको एक्सप्लोर करने हैं। नाउ ऑब्जर्व हियर ग्राफ इज ओके, okay, it's correct graph, there is no need to add the extra parameter, but one thing is there, when we as the start angle is equal to 90 degree, okay, so it just start from the 90, okay, it just start with the 90, okay, the start value of your 90. So when now observe here, this is my without start angle, okay, now quickly I will show you with start angle. Observe these two plot. क्लियर हो गया स्टार्ट एंगल, ये विदाउट स्टार्ट एंगल है, इस साइड वाला जो ग्राफ है लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वाला विदाउट स्टार्ट एंगल, स्टार्ट एंगल मींस 90 डिग्री, यहां से आपका 90 डिग्री से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, ये देख रहा है आपको मैडम? हेलो,
Yes, sir.
क्लियर हो गया?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Very well.
So now let's start with the matplotlib on the actual data set. Okay, till now we have discussed all the plots on your normally user created data frame. Okay, user will use the your data set and on which we are going to perform the plotting. Okay, I think we need to take the break of 10 minutes and after that we'll start with that part. Amit sir.
Okay, sure, we can take a break of 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Nitin, there was few question from student side related to their certificate. the सवाल ये था कि क्या सर्टिफिकेट उनको एग्जाम पास करने के बाद मिलेगा. सो आई आंसर देम दैट कि हम लोग एग्जाम जस्ट अपने नॉलेज टेस्ट करने के पर्सपेक्टिव से, उसका सर्टिफिकेट से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. सेकेंड, हमारे प्रोजेक्ट्स कैसे होंगे मशीन लर्निंग पे, व्हाट प्रोजेक्ट्स वी आर गोइंग टू डू इन एमएल. सो आई टोल्ड देम दैट जो भी हमारी क्लासिफिकेशन, रिग्रेशन, एसोसिएशन से रिलेटेड मशीन लर्निंग की जो प्रॉब्लम है उस पर प्रोजेक्ट हो सकते हैं. सेकेंडली कुछ इमेज प्रोसेसिंग से रिलेटेड प्रोजेक्ट हो सकते हैं हमारे. सो कैन यू हाईलाइट समथिंग ऑन दैट, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट वी आर गोइंग टू pursue last week of this workshop? Just 2 minutes. Nitin, are you with me? Nitin ji. Hello Nitin.
हेलो हेलो हेलो.
ये आप, हाँ, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे
मेरा
हैं क्या?
मैंने कुछ बोला था, आपने कुछ सुना? कहाँ तक
नहीं.
सुना? मैंने कुछ भी नहीं सुना.
नहीं, आप म्यूट थे. आई डोंट नो.
अच्छा 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 अच्छा. तो मैं ये बोल रहा था कि जैसे कि सर्टिफिकेट्स रिलेटेड जो पार्ट है वो तो सबसे लास्ट में आना चाहिए, सबसे मेन तो पहले नॉलेज है जो भी कुछ मिल रहा है, ठीक है.
Yes.
जो लास्ट, क्योंकि अभी तो स्टार्ट में कभी भी सर्टिफिकेट तो गलत ही है, रहा सवाल अभी जैसे आप प्रोजेक्ट्स रिलेटेड डिस्कशन का, जैसे 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 आगे बढ़ता जाएगा कोर्स, वैसे वैसे चीजों के बारे में और एक्सप्लोर होते जाएंगे। जैसे कि अभी जैसे स्टूडेंट्स को पता ही नहीं है मैक्सिमम की क्लस्टरिंग क्या है, तो अगर मैं बात करूंगा क्लस्टरिंग रिलेटेड प्रोजेक्ट्स की तो वो कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे। तो हमारे जो लास्ट लास्ट के जो सेशंस रहेंगे ना सर, उसमें हम थोड़ा प्रोजेक्ट ओरिएंटेड डिस्कशंस करेंगे इनके साथ।
यस नितिन, मैंने भी नहीं बोला है कि लास्ट वीक ऑफ वर्कशॉप टोटली like it will be entire towards execution of our
प्रोजेक्ट्स रिलेटेड
projects.
डिस्कशन जितने, और
Yes.
उसके बाद मतलब डेटा सोर्स, डेटा सेट सोर्स क्या रहेंगे, कोड कहाँ से आएंगे, मतलब बहुत सारा डिस्कशन रहेगा, एप्लीकेशन
Yeah, yeah.
ओरिएंटेड रहेगा लास्ट
जी,
क्लास
जी।
जो रहेगा ना हमारा। और
जी,
शायद
जी।
वो मैं मतलब लास्ट क्लास मेरा ही है ना शायद इसमें,
Last 5
according
days
to the
आपका ही है.
schedule।
Yes. ये आप ही
ठीक
का है. Yeah.
ठीक
ठीक है. ओके ओके जी.
ओके, स्टार्ट करते हैं सर फिर हम। लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक दैट
हाँ जी,
इज,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
कहाँ पे थे हम? एक्चुअल डेटा सेट के ऊपर अभी हमें काम करना है, ठीक है। तो एक्चुअल डेटा सेट के ऊपर हमें लाइन प्लॉट करना है। सो लेट फर्स्ट इंपोर्ट द pandas library, import pandas as pd, okay, because we need to read the, okay, so for that we need this library, okay. Then we just use that read underscore csv function of the pandas, pd dot read underscore csv, and nba dot csv is my name of the file, nba dot csv, okay, this is the name of the file which I am going to read, and df dot head, through which you get to know your columns and the how your data set looks. So in which I am just interested. Let's take two x and y, means first we'll take age versus weight. Okay, let's take the age versus weight analysis. So first you need to find the x. So how you calculate find the x? df in bracket that particular column. Okay, so df particular column age. Okay, then y value as weight. Okay, this is your x and y. Execute. The command is same, plt dot plot. So by default you will get the line plot when you type the plt dot plot. In that I am passing the x value, y value. Okay, color is equal to red. Okay, so color is equal to, now apart from this plt dot x label, on x we are having the value, then plt dot title, age versus weight. So this is what the analysis that we are getting. Okay, this is as per the data set. अभी आपको लग रहा है कि ये ऐसा ग्राफ क्यों आ रहा है? अगर आपके पास अलग अलग डेटा रहेगा, उस डेटा की वजह से आपका रिजल्ट कुछ अलग आएगा, ठीक है। सो आई जस्ट वांट टू एक्सप्लोर यू द यूज ऑफ दिस प्लॉट ओनली. ओके, हियर you can try it on your user created data set, on the on actual data set also you can use this method dot plot method. Okay, so this is what your line plot. So likewise similarly, so let's do it. This is my data set nba dot csv. After that RH over here, horizontal bar graph. Okay, so this is what weight versus age. weight, extract the weight, then age, x values, and x label, y label, title, and bar h is the method to draw the bar plot in horizontal direction. So this is that you get on the actual data set. Now, next. Similarly, you can replace this by vertical also. Okay, so this is what your age versus weight graph. Then age versus weight, your line plot. Okay. Then age versus weight, your scatter plot. Okay, this is your scatter plot. Normal bar plot, age versus salary. Okay, salary I am considering over here, salary and age. Okay, and in between the salary and age, I am plotting the. So this is for the age versus salary of NBA player. Okay. This is on actual data set. Here we are using the NBA data set, which is related with the NBA players which contain the NBA player informations. Okay. Now, in which this first line y score value, I have extracted the salary column. Okay. Y score value in x underscore value, I have extracted the age column. Okay. That your x label, y label, title. You know this command now. And plt.bar is the method to draw the bar plot by passing your x values, y value, and color is equal to red, and plt.show. We have plotted bar. Similarly, for the age versus salary, I'm just making a change over here. Lot many colors are there, so this is with some different color. Now, horizontal bar graph, in same case, age versus salary. Okay. So likewise, you can draw the plots on the actual data set. Only thing is that you need to do this thing to extract that particular column into your x value and y value. Okay. So this is all about your matplotlib on the actual data set. Okay, one more example is their scatter plot. Okay, on. So this example, in this example, I'm going to save. I'm using this savefig method. Okay, through savefig method, you can store your plot. You can save your plot into your root directory. So let's check test 1, 2, 3, which is present in root directory. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, this is test 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is what the graph that we have is in between age versus salary. Okay, that is age and salary of NBA player. Okay, which we have saved with the help of your savefig method. Also, one parameter that you can use, let's suppose I want to replace this circle, so you can add the one more parameter, that is the marker. Okay, so marker that I am now here replaced with the x value, cross value. So through this you will get this kind of graph. Okay, so this is all about your matplotlib library. Okay, now we'll next start with the next library that is called as the Seaborn library. Let's start with the new library, Seaborn library. Seaborn library is also useful for the data visualization. Difference is that it supports some more plots. Okay, it supports some more plot as compared to the matplotlib. Okay, and when I start with this, when I will start with the Seaborn library, I will directly take the data set. Okay, that directly I will work it on the data set. Right now, you know about the user created data and apply the functions or apply the that particular plot. So here, without wasting time, Directly I'm going to select the data set, and on that selected data set I will I will demonstrate you different kinds of plots that is available in the Seaborn library. Okay, so let's just start with the Seaborn library. So for Seaborn library, I'm just taking this file tips.csv file, which is present in my root directory. First, I will show you that file to you. Okay, so this is my tips.csv file. Okay, so here we have the column like total bill, tip, the gender, sex, then smoker or not, day, time, and size. Okay, so this is what the parameter that we are having. That is, it is related with the tips information, restaurant related information it is. So the tip that is that tip that someone is getting on the day means different on the days like Sunday, Friday. Tip for the Sunday is different, tip for the Friday is different. Okay, the tip from the smoker is different, where the one who is not smoke and one who smoke. So likewise the categorization is there. It's a standard data set, tips related data set, and on which we are going to do some visualization. Okay, and here we are using the Seaborn library. Okay, so now our next task is Seaborn library for data visualization. Again, normally in machine learning, I just prefer to use, from my side, I just prefer the heat map is one plot that I will use regularly during the machine learning. But you can use it as many as plot, because most people want to explore, visualize their data first, and then want to go for the data pre-processing or the model building or the model testing kind of thing. Okay, so you can use all the plots also as per your wish. So one by one we'll start with the different plots. So first we need to import the data set. Okay, so by using the read_csv, now you all know how to import the data set. Okay, so read_csv is the function for that, and we just pass the tips.csv, which is the name of my data set, and stored it into this particular variable. And tips.head shows us first 5 rows of the data set. Okay, so this is what my data set. Now let's start with the first plot, that is the scatter plot that we are having. Simple. So for the first line in the scatter plot, we need to import this line. Okay, Seaborn, import Seaborn as SNS. एक बार मैं भी दिखा देता हूँ आपको. Import Seaborn as SNS. So this is what the line that we need. And after that, just use the first plot is the scatter plot. Okay, so SNS dot scatter plot, x and y value we need to directly pass over here. Okay, so let's plot SNS dot scatter plot. Okay, so SNS dot scatter plot is the name. X is equal to your value. That we are considering here, tip versus total bill versus tip. Okay, this is my total bill, and y value that I am having and the data that I need, that is the tips data. Okay, so through this single line of code, you get the scatter plot. Through this single line of code, you will get the scatter plot. Okay, clear? You can change the color. Okay, so there are some more parameters also that you need to explore. Okay, but these are the common parameters, the importance parameter that are needed: x values, y values, and data is equal to tips. Okay, by default in Seaborn library, you will get this x-axis values and y-axis value. But let's suppose you want to add the particular title, so you can use the plt.title, because it uses the matplotlib as a backend. So plt.title, through which you can add the your title. So title is wheel versus or sample scatter plot. Okay, so this is what my sample scatter plot. Okay. So you can use the method that we have discussed like plt.xlabel because as a backend it uses the matplotlib. Okay, so that's what you can use that title method also, but it's optional, not at all useful for us. If you want, you can use it. Now, next. So likewise, you have some other plots like line plots, SNS dot line plot. So I'm just copying this line, pasting it over here, and the line plot. Okay, remaining thing is same. Okay, so remaining thing is same. So instead total bill versus step. So this is what the plot that you get. Okay, total bill versus step. Let's change the parameter. Let's change the column value. Instead of the total bill, I am now considering the size versus step, and data that I am going to pass, it's a tips. This is what the plot is. It is in between size versus step. Now next, distribution plot. In distribution plot, you'll get the distribution of the particular attributes. Let's suppose the tip. I just want to explore the tip column. Okay, so this is what my tip column. I want to explore the range of the tip column. What is the maximum tip? Okay, I want to know the maximum tip range. So through the distribution, you know the distribution in mathematics, some distribution of the values. So when I execute SNS.dist plot in brackets specific, only single parameter I am passing. Likewise, I have in started itself, I have explained you most of the graph need two values, x and y. But for some plots, you need to pass single attribute also. Look, right now, distribution plot, it is just for analyzing the single attribute. Okay, so let me show you. Through this graph, you get to know that your range is maximum, it is in between 2 to 4. Okay, that tip value is maximum value is it is in between 2 and 4. So let me show you here. सॉर्ट इसको और आपको पता लग जाएगा. Field slot largest. So you'll get to know the maximum entries. It is in between 2 to 4. Right, so this is what these entries, selected entries are 158 entries are in between the 2 to 4 tips. So that's what the information you get with the help of the distribution plot. Similarly, we have the bar plot in the Seaborn library. Okay, so you can use the bar plot method, sns.barplot, in which we pass the two values, x values and y value. Data is equal to tips. So x value, I'm just considering the day versus tip. Okay, so day versus tip. What is the relation between the day versus tip? Okay, so bar plot. So from graph, you get to know that on which day the tip is maximum, right? And you all know on which day the waiter get the maximum tip, right? It's Sunday. So through this plot, you get to know that the tip is maximum on the Sunday. Okay, so likewise, you can make the comparison. Now, next, bar plot. After that, KD plot. It's like a distribution plot. Okay, it's same as that like of your distribution plot. Only thing is that you'll not get this bar. In distribution plot, you will get this bar also. Okay, like this bar. But in KDE, you will get only this line. So execute this KDE plot on tips. Okay. So distribution through KDE plot also, you will get the distribution. Yes, the tip is maximum is it is in between the 2 to 4. Okay, so through this graph you get to know. So this is what your KDE plot. So in KDE plot we just pass the tips, that particular column we will pass. After that we have the regression plot. Okay, so regression plot means you will get some. It's a combination of your scatter plot and the line plot. Specifically, not specific line plot. So you. I will tell you what exactly it is. Let's suppose this is your x values, x axis, y value, y axis, and these are some values. Okay, like so this you will get with the help of the scatter plot. Okay, so through the regression plot you get this scattered value, and the next line that you get with the help of regression plot, that is the regression line. Regression line means the line which cover all the points. Okay, line which covers all the point, that is called as the regression line. Okay, and in the regression plot, once again we will explain this thing, that is in regression also the same thing is there. As a part of mathematics we have a separate session on the regression. Okay, so I don't want to go into the depth of the regression line. Okay, so right now through the regression plot you will get the regression line that passes with your scattered points. Okay, so the command that we have, that is called as the reg plot. Okay, reg plot. So x values total bill, y value as tip, and data is equal to tips. Okay, through which you get this plot, right? So this is my scatter points, and this is the one line which cover all the points, means at max point that covered. That is called as the regression line. It's a big concept. When I think from today or from next class or next to next class, there is a class of regression, separate class. After that we have the categorical plot. So categorical plot, again you will get the categories, that the smoker who give the tip or no smoker who will give the tip to the restaurant waiter. So this is what the plot that we get with the help of the cat plot method. And the count plot. So count plot, SNS.count plot is the method through which you can get the count of the particular values. Let's suppose we have this smoker. Okay, so in smoker column there is two attributes. Okay, two values, either yes or no. So I just want to know how many yes are there and how many no's are there, and I want to know the maximum value, means those who are smoker or not. So through this count plot I get to know the smoker or the no smoker things. Right, so this is what your count plot. Then next plot we are having, that is the pair plot. Pair plot means the it will give the relation between all the attributes, all the numeric attributes. So during the pair plot we need to pass the particular data set. Okay, so tips is my data set. Okay, we need to pass the entire data set into the pair plot, and it just plots all the numeric column. It will just analyze all the numerical column. So numerical column means what? Your total bill, tip, and the size. Okay, so you'll get the 9 graph when we use the dot pair. Okay, pair plot. When you use the pair plot, then you will get the 9 plot. This structure. Okay, so how it is? Let's suppose it is total bill, then your tip, then your size. Okay, then next total bill again, tip, and size, right? So total bill versus total bill, you will get one graph. Then total bill versus tip, you will get one graph. Then total bill versus size. So you can say this is called as the multiple plot. And I hope Amit sir, you will get the answer of your question. Hello.
Yes, Nitin.
Okay.
Could you repeat it, sir? Could you repeat it, please? I was doing
Yes,
some
sir.
other job right now.
ओके मैं फिर से एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ
पेयर
प्लीज.
प्लॉट से हमें क्या इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती है कि जितने भी हमारे पास एट्रीब्यूट्स है हमारे डेटा सेट में, न्यूमेरिकल एट्रीब्यूट स्पेसिफिकली, उन सब का रिलेशंस हमें पता करना है. हमें लेट सपोज अगर हमें ऑल द न्यूमेरिक एट्रीब्यूट जो हमारे डेटा सेट में है उनके बीच क्या रिलेशंस है, उनके बीच हमें प्लॉटिंग करनी है, तो दैट टाइम वी यूज द पेयर प्लॉट. So pair plot as per my data set, it is having the 3 numeric column. Okay, so there are 3 numeric column means there are how many combination? 9 combination we will get 3 by 3. Okay, 3 by 3 means the total 9 combination we will get, and total 9 plots we will get on a single plot. On a single panel you will get the 9 plot through this. Observe here. So this is what the use of the pair plot, and specifically in pair plot we will pass the entire data set. Okay, entire data set, and observe this value: total bill, tip and size. All these are the numeric column. Now the last plot that we are having, that is called as the heat map, and we generally use this heat map to represent the matrix. Let's suppose I am having this matrix, simple matrix. Okay, let's suppose I am having this simple matrix 10, 20, 30 and 40, and I want to represent it into the diagrammatical form. Okay, I want to represent it into the diagrammatical form. That time we use this heat map, and generally I prefer to use this heat map when I use the confusion matrix. Okay, when I you take the help of the confusion matrix after the, I mean, this is one performance measure. Okay, means after creating the model, after testing the model, we need to create confusion matrix for calculating the accuracy. Okay, so to represent that confusion matrix into the diagrammatical form, we use this heat map. Okay, so simple one it is. So first I will show you one correlation matrix. I will show you. So with the help of tips dot correlation, you will get this matrix. Now just to explain this, I'm just considering this matrix. Okay, so this is what my normal matrix, and I want to represent it in terms of some plots or some diagram or some figure. So to represent this, we can use the heat map for that. Okay, SNS dot heat map, and in which we will pass this particular matrix. Okay, line width is equal to true and annonate is equal to true. इसके बारे में मैं बाद में बताता हूँ. ठीक है, एक एक पैरामीटर हम डिस्कस करते हैं. Now let's start. Without annonate is equal to true, and line width is equal to true. ठीक है, सिंपल हीट मैप SNS डॉट हीट मैप एंड पर्टिकुलर मैट्रिक्स में यहाँ पर्टिकुलर जो मैट्रिक्स है हमारा यहाँ पे, अगर कंफ्यूज लग रहा है तो मैं CM इज इक्वल टू करता हूँ और यहाँ पे इसके जगह सिर्फ CM पास करता हूँ. ठीक है, अब इसको एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे. नाउ ऑब्जर्व हियर, इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है, कोई बता सकता है? एनीवन? Actually it is representing all the information, but it's hard for us to getting it. Yes, anyone?
करना डिफिकल्ट है सर.
Yes,
तो वैल्यूज नहीं शो हो रही है.
वैल्यूज नहीं शो हो रही है, राइट. सो अगर मुझे वैल्यूज शो करानी है इसमें, so that time we need to use this annonate parameter. Okay, annonate is equal to true. So I will add annonate is equal to true, और फिर से इसको एग्जीक्यूट कर रहा हूं मैं, राइट. So this is just a diagrammatical representation of your matrix. Observe here, right? Getting it? Now line width is equal to, let's suppose I want to increase the line width. Okay, so you will get the line width 6, 10. Okay, so that is what the line width. Also there is square is equal to something like that. Square is equal to true. SQUARE. Right, square is equal to true means every time you will get the square form. That is what the use of the square is equal to true. Likewise, there are some more parameter also that you need to explore. So this is what your heat map. Now quickly I will revise you all the plot that we have discussed in the Seaborn plot. क्योंकि Seaborn में बहुत सारे plot है, तो इसलिए मैंने थोड़ा fast में explain करा इसको. ठीक है, तो अब एक बार फिर से मैं revise कर रहा हूँ. अब इसको आप properly सुनना. ठीक है. सबसे पहले read करा data set. After that, we discuss the scatter plot. Okay, to draw the scatter plot, we use SNS dot scatter plot, and we just pass your x values and y value. Okay, so x value और y value हम actual data set में की values ले रहे हैं. X values हमने लिए कुछ total bill and the tip. Okay, and the data. This parameter is important over here. Data is equal to tips means that is your actual data. So through which you will get the scatter plot. Then next plot that we are having, that is called as the line plot. Okay, line plot we have discussed. So SNS dot line plot is the method for that. Again, x values, y value, and your data set. Okay. Now next plot that we have discussed, the distribution plots. This plot is useful for analyzing single attribute or single column. Distribution of value in your single column. So distribution plot we have discussed. On tip column we have applied this distribution plot. Then bar plot we have discussed, right? Bar plot. So simple x value, y value, and data set, right? So x in x we have passed the day, and in y we have passed the tip, and we just want to know on which day the tip is maximum. So through this kind of information you can get with the help of the bar plot. KDE plot we have discussed. It is like your distribution plot. Okay, the same for the single attribute. Regression plot also we have discussed. So we have the dot reg plot, reg plot, x value, y value, and data is equal to tips. Means we are getting only with the single line of code you are getting the complete graph. So that बोल सकते हैं कि हम कितना स्ट्रांग है. एक सिंगल लाइन से ही हमें क्या मिल रहा है, सीधा प्लॉट मिल रहा है. अदरवाइज जब हम C++, जावा में जब कोडिंग करते थे तो आपको पता है छोटी सी चीज के लिए 10-12 लाइन का कोड लिखना पड़ता था. So through single line of code you are getting the complete graph or complete plot. Categorical plot also we are having in the Seaborn library. So SNS dot the cat plot. In same here we plot the graph in between the smoker versus tip, and we pass the data. So in count plot we are having, so to count some values, okay, on some count plot also is applied for the single attribute. Let's suppose I want to count some categorical values present in your particular column. Okay, you know the categorical values, the specific value. So that time you can use the count plot. Pair plot. So pair plot means it gives the relation between all the attributes, specifically numeric attribute. Heat map that we have discussed, that is for representing your matrix into the diagrammatic form. So this is what your Seaborn library. Okay, clear? I hope it is clear. Data visualization part.
हेलो सर.
Wait.
सर इसमें आपने ऊपर पास किया CM में टिप और ब्रैकेट में कोर का मीनिंग क्या है, प्लीज एक्सप्लेन.
कहाँ पे
सर
Hello?
इसमें CM पास
Please
किया
repeat
आपने.
CM
सर
means your CM means your core.
तो कोई पूछ टिप्स डॉट कोर मीनिंग प्लीज एक्सप्लेन करेंगे आप.
ये कोरिलेशन देगा आपको मैडम ना, सभी जितने भी आपके न्यूमेरिक एट्रीब्यूट्स है ना उनमें क्या कोरिलेशन है, जैसे कि टोटल बिल वर्सेस टोटल बिल.
ओके अंडरस्टूड
राइट,
सर.
दिस इज द कोरिलेशन मैट्रिक्स. 0 to 1 में वैल्यू रहेगी.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू.
सर अगर यहाँ पे n नॉट इक्वल टू फॉल्स कर देंगे तो क्या होगा?
n नॉट इज इक्वल टू फॉल्स.
यस सर.
बाय डिफॉल्ट इट्स फॉल्स वैल्यू रहती है. एनोनेट का मीनिंग मैंने बताया था, स्टार्ट में बताया जब मैंने कुछ भी नहीं लिखा इसमें. तो क्या एनोनेट मतलब किसी चीज को एनोनेट करना है, मतलब क्या करना है, लेबल करना है. वैल्यूज नहीं दिखेगी आपको.
ओके.
एनी मोर क्वेश्चन?
सर सेशन के एंड में आप ये जो आप सेंड कर दीजिएगा या तो.
क्या सर?
सर ये वाली py फाइल है ना जो अभी हम जिस पे काम कर रहे हैं, सर इसके CSV फाइल और फाइल्स.
पर सर फिर आपका रोल क्या रहेगा फिर अगर सिर्फ आप डायरेक्टली उसको एग्जीक्यूशन करोगे? इसका मेरा एक टास्क रहता है कि कुछ आपने भी कुछ वहां आपके तरफ से कुछ एग्जीक्यूट करना चाहिए, टाइप करनी चाहिए कमांड। अगर आपको मैं पहले मैं करता था ये स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड फाइल सेंड करता था, लेकिन कुछ भी नहीं होता था, सीधा कंट्रोल एंटर से ही काम चल जाता था। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि टाइप करना चाहिए, प्रैक्टिस होनी चाहिए आपकी, इसीलिए मैं इसको पीडीएफ में कन्वर्ट करके सेंड करता हूँ।
सर लेकिन लास्ट 5 डेज की हमें पीडीएफ फाइल भी नहीं मिली है, लास्ट 4 डेज की तो
दिया है मैडम, सेंड तो करा है मैंने। अब कई बार ऐसा होता है कि मैं यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ, जैसे कि आपके सामने मैंने लास्ट में पांडास का क्रिएट करा था, वो रफ स्ट्रक्चर था।
सर हमारे ग्रुप में नहीं मिली है, आप जो कह रहे हो ना पीडीएफ, क्योंकि सर वो जो यूट्यूब पे आपकी वीडियो अपलोड होती है वो भी मतलब बहुत देर में होती है, तो फिर प्रैक्टिस के लिए कह रहे थे हम।
अच्छा अच्छा, कोई बात नहीं, फिर मैं आज फिर से पीडीएफ फाइल मैं आपको सेंड कर दूंगा, ठीक है? जितना भी कुछ हमने एग्जीक्यूट करा है, जो भी छोटी चीज है, लेकिन क्या होगा कि कई बार जब मैंने एग्जीक्यूट करा है, अभी आप जैसे बोल रहे हो कि मुझे वो कोड वाली फाइल जो मैंने रफ प्रैक्टिस भी करी है वो भी चाहिए, उसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या होगा, एक आध बार हमने कुछ गलत टाइप करा होगा और वो एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा, तो वो भी चीज उसमें आ जाएगी, तो वो आपको अंडरस्टैंड करना पड़ेगा उस समय, ठीक है?
सर आप पीडीएफ भेज दीजिएगा।
ओके ओके, एनी मोर क्वेश्चन? Hello. Can we start? Amit sir, can we start the data pre-processing part?
Yes, please, we must start because already we are like lacking with our schedule. So we
नहीं,
have,
वैसे तो हमें हमारे पास जो मतलब मैंने बताया था ना, कुछ चीजों के लिए टाइम हम एडजस्ट कर सकते हैं आगे में ना, तो
Okay.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, हम नॉर्मल टाइम पे ही चल रहे हैं।
जी, वो
हाँ।
हमें जैसे हमने जो अपना ब्रोशर में मेंशन किया है उसके हिसाब से we have to deliver everything to them ना।
राइट, वो तो सब कुछ करेंगे ही, लेकिन आगे वाला जो पार्ट है मैं कह रहा हूँ कि उसको थोड़ा कम टाइम लगता है कभी कभी, जैसे अब डायमेंशनलिटी रिडक्शन पार्ट है तो वहां पे कवर हो जाता है टाइम।
चलिए,
let's
you know
start.
आप बेटर जानते हैं सर, so
Right.
not to worry
चलो।
sir, yeah, please go ahead. Thank you.
डेटा प्री प्रोसेसिंग स्टार्ट कर देते हैं आज ही।
या अभी क्वेश्चन ले लीजिए, इनके जो भी क्वेश्चन है, कोई क्वेश्चन इनको एक बार पूछ लीजिए अभी तक का।
ठीक है, क्वेश्चंस प्लीज।
हेलो सर।
नहीं लग रहा क्वेश्चन है, हाँ पूछो।
सर आपने जो वो प्लॉट किया है ना, पेयर प्लॉट, उसमें ना वो मतलब अलग अलग प्लॉट्स कैसे आ रहे हैं, एक बार वो बताओगे?
एक मिनट बता दो। डेटा सेट आपको पता ही है, हमारा जो डेटा सेट है इसमें कितने न्यूमेरिक कॉलम है? आपका नाम क्या है? हेलो।
यस सर, ऋतिक नाम।
ऋतिक, यहाँ पे आपको कितने न्यूमेरिक कॉलम दिख रहे हैं?
ये सर 3 कॉलम्स है ना।
3 न्यूमेरिक कॉलम, राइट। तो हमारा जो पेयर प्लॉट रहता है वो स्पेसिफिकली क्या करता है, जब हम पूरा डेटा सेट उसको पास करते हैं वो सिर्फ वर्क करता है न्यूमेरिक एट्रीब्यूट्स के ऊपर, ठीक है? सो न्यूमेरिक कॉलम, जैसे कि 3 न्यूमेरिक कॉलम है हमारे पास, ठीक है? तो कॉम्बिनेशन जैसे बनेंगे उसके, कैसे बनेंगे कॉम्बिनेशन? 3 by 3 कॉम्बिनेशन बनेंगे, टोटल 9 कॉम्बिनेशन, 1 2 and 3, 1 2 3, ये 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, राइट? तो स्टार्ट करते हैं जैसे टोटल बिल वर्सेस टोटल बिल फर्स्ट, उसके बाद आपका रहेगा टिप यहाँ पे, और उसके बाद आएगा आपका साइज, ठीक है? तो इनका रिलेशन मतलब क्या है, टोटल बिल वर्सेस टोटल बिल, खुद का रिलेशन क्या रहेगा, ठीक है? टोटल बिल वर्सेस टिप का रिलेशन क्या रहेगा वो प्लॉट करेंगे हम, टोटल बिल वर्सेस साइज का रिलेशन क्या रहेगा वो हम प्लॉट करेंगे, ठीक है? थ्रू दिस पेयर प्लॉट। नाउ आई विल शो यू एक्चुअल प्लॉट। ऑब्जर्व करो यहाँ पे,
पूछना है कि ये जैसे कहीं पे बार प्लॉट हो रहा है, कहीं पर मतलब ये स्कैटर प्लॉट हो रहा है, तो ये कैसे हो रहा है, ये पूछना था।
राइट। अभी देखो यहाँ पे क्या है, जैसे टोटल बिल वर्सेस टोटल बिल, ये हमेशा क्या रहेगा, इनका रिलेशन कुछ अलग रहेगा। जैसे कि आपको बार प्लॉट काइंड ऑफ थिंग ये सिर्फ डायगोनल में दिखेगी। क्यों दिखेगी? क्योंकि ये टिप वर्सेस टिप है, टिप वर्सेस टिप, राइट। जैसे कि टोटल बिल वर्सेस टोटल बिल, उनका जो रिलेशन रहेगा, और साइज वर्सेस साइज। गेटिंग इट? हेलो,
यस सर।
ओके।
Nitin, there's a question from
हाँ,
someone. Sir, suppose we have an annual rainfall data for different districts for different years. What will be the best way to plot it?
मैंने सर, अमित सर, मैंने एक चीज कही थी कि डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन में आपके पास अलग अलग टाइप का डेटा आएगा, बोला अलग अलग टाइप का पॉपुलेशन का डेटा। तो अलग अलग टाइप का जब डेटा हमारे पास आएगा, उसके लिए आपका विजुअलाइजेशन रहना चाहिए कि आप कौन सी मेथड आपको यूज करनी है वहां पे। कि कई बार मैंने सारे आपको मेथड्स बता दिए, जैसे कि लाइन प्लॉट है, बार प्लॉट है, हॉरिजॉन्टल बार प्लॉट है, स्कैटर प्लॉट है, पर विजुअलाइजेशन के हिसाब से वो आपको चूज करना पड़ेगा कौन सा प्लॉट आपको उसके ऊपर लगाना है, किसी स्पेसिफिक एप्लीकेशन के ऊपर। मुझे लगता है इसी टाइप का वो क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहते हैं कि सर मेरे पास ईयर वाइज कुछ डेटा है, तो उसके ऊपर मैं कौन सा प्लॉट लगाऊंगा। तो ये आपकी चॉइस रहेगी, आप कौन सा प्लॉट आपको यूज करना है वहां पे, क्योंकि हर एक का परसेप्शन अलग रहेगा, हर एक का विजुअलाइजेशन, हर एक बंदा अलग वे से चीजें विजुअलाइज करता है, राइट। यही क्वेश्चन है सर उस। हेलो,
हाँ जी, ठीक है।
सेम है, राइट। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द डेटा प्री प्रोसेसिंग पार्ट। हाँ
सर, मेन डिफरेंस बिटवीन मैटप्लॉटलिब लाइब्रेरी और सीबॉर्न लाइब्रेरी?
देखो, मैटप्लॉटलिब लाइब्रेरी में स्पेसिफिक प्लॉट्स है। हमने जैसे देखा लाइन प्लॉट, बार प्लॉट, पाई प्लॉट, स्पेसिफिकली 5 to 6 टाइप ऑफ प्लॉट है, राइट। बट सीबॉर्न सपोर्ट्स लॉट मेनी प्लॉट्स, ओके, लॉट मेनी प्लॉट्स इट सपोर्ट, दैट इज द फर्स्ट डिफरेंस। मैटप्लॉटलिब सिंपल है, जो प्लॉट सिंपल मतलब एज अ बैकएंड जो मेन डेटा विजुअलाइजेशन टूल है हमारा, वो रहेगा हमारा मैटप्लॉटलिब। सबसे पहले डिजाइन मैटप्लॉटलिब ही डिजाइन हुआ, एंड सीबॉर्न क्या करता है, एज अ बैक एंड मैटप्लॉट को यूज करता है, एज अ बैक एंड मैटप्लॉट को यूज करता है, और मैटप्लॉटलिब से ज्यादा प्लॉट्स सपोर्ट करके देता है हमें, मतलब ज्यादा से ज्यादा हम प्लॉट्स यूज करते हैं। जैसे कि सीबॉर्न में आपने देखा कैटेगोरिकल प्लॉट, बॉक्स प्लॉट, बार प्लॉट, स्कैटर प्लॉट, लाइन प्लॉट, रिग्रेशन प्लॉट, केडीई प्लॉट, राइट, सो मेनी प्लॉट्स आर देयर। But matplotlib is having the specific plot, and Seaborn work as a the background में matplotlib ही वर्क करता है Seaborn के अंदर। जैसे आपने पढ़ा होगा कि केरास, किसी को अगर डीप लर्निंग में अगर एक चीज आपने पढ़ी होगी कि केरास एक लाइब्रेरी है, ठीक है, डीप लर्निंग की, और मेन लाइब्रेरी रहती है टेंसरफ्लो। तो केरास जो डीप लर्निंग की लाइब्रेरी है, वो एज अ बैकएंड यूज करती है टेंसरफ्लो, ठीक है, एज अ बैकएंड टेंसरफ्लो को यूज करती है, या फिर आप एज अ बैकएंड थियानो को भी यूज कर सकते, ठीक है। तो दैट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ बैकएंड। तो अभी इतने जल्दी मैं आपको वो एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाऊंगा कि बैकएंड मतलब क्या है, ठीक है।
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
यहाँ से मुझे लगता है आपको समझ में आ जाएगा, अगर थोड़ा बहुत भी इसके बारे में अगर आपको पता है कि केरास डीप लर्निंग लाइब्रेरी टेंसरफ्लो को एज अ बैकएंड करके यूज करती है, लेकिन केरास सिंपल है, ठीक है ना। केरास में सीधा जो भी मॉडल हमें यूज करने हैं डीप लर्निंग के, वो केरास में प्रेजेंट है, लेकिन बैकग्राउंड में टेंसरफ्लो यूज होता है।
यस सर, अंडरस्टूड सर, थैंक यू।
ओके ओके
सर।
हेलो
सर, इन पेयर प्लॉट द मोर सर, पेयर प्लॉट में कहीं पर स्कैटर प्लॉट प्रिंट हो रहा है, कहीं पर बार प्लॉट प्रिंट हो रहा है, सर ये कैसे मतलब कैटेगराइज?
अभी तो क्वेश्चन बताया है ये।
सर अगर सेम जैसे टोटल बिल के साथ है तो
आपका
बार प्लॉट
नाम क्या
है
है?
सर। कहीं सर इट्स में अभिषेक।
अच्छा, आपने पूछा था इसके पहले क्वेश्चन?
नहीं सर।
अच्छा, तो ये मैंने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले ही एक्सप्लेन करा है कि इसमें जब
सर आपने सेम उसका बताया था, सेम जैसे सेम टोटल बिल का
हाँ,
टोटल बिल के साथ
टोटल
है
बिल
तो
वर्सेस
बार प्लॉट है।
राइट, टोटल बिल वर्सेस बार
सर
प्लॉट
अगर
नहीं
डिफरेंट है तो उसमें
अगर हम डेटा चेंज करेंगे, अभी ये एक ही डेटा सेट के ऊपर हमने एग्जीक्यूट करा है, आपको प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए 10 डेटा सेट लेने पड़ेंगे या फिर 10 डेटा फ्रेम क्रिएट करने पड़ेंगे, ठीक है, एज पर योर विश, और उसके बाद उसको पेयर प्लॉट को चलाओ और फिर अपने आप आपको एनालाइज हो जाएगा कि कैसे कैसे वो वैल्यूज प्रिंट हमें कैसे कैसे वैल्यूज वो प्लॉट करके दे रहा है।
मतलब
अभी
ऑटोमेटिकली
data
डिसाइड
set-
करेगा डेटा के
जैसे
अकॉर्डिंग।
हाँ, जैसे कि अभी तुम ये भी पूछ सकते थे कि जैसे अभी जब हमने ये जो लाइन कौन सा प्लॉट निकाला था हमने, ये वाला प्लॉट, इसमें क्या मीनिंग दिख रहा है किसी को?
नो सर,
कुछ मीनिंग है इसमें? मीनिंगलेस है ये। पर हमें ये तो क्लियर है कि हमें क्या प्लॉट करना है, लाइन प्लॉट करना है, तो ये आपके डेटा सेट के ऊपर भी डिपेंड है। कई बार हर एक चीज एक्सप्लेन नहीं हो पाती है कि ये ऐसे ही क्यों आया ये लाइन, क्योंकि वो डेटा
सर
सेट वैसा है।
ऑटो
अगर मुझे
इट
इसको
विल
एक्सप्लेन
ऑटोमेटिकली
करना है तो
डिसाइड।
मैं क्या करूंगा अभी पहले सुन लो आप। पहले मैं क्या करूंगा, क्या करूंगा, इसको सिंपल वे से एक्सप्लेन करूंगा। सिंपल वे से मतलब नॉर्मल एक्स वैल्यूज लूंगा यहाँ पे 0 1 2 3 4, फिर उसकी स्क्वायर वैल्यूज लूंगा और फिर मैं एनालाइज करूंगा लाइन प्लॉट। तो ये कुछ स्ट्रक्चर्ड पूरी प्लॉट्स बनेगा हमारा। तो इट्स टोटली डिपेंड ऑन योर डेटा सेट एंड यू नीड टू एनालाइज दैट पार्ट हाउ इट वर्क्स बाय टेकिंग सम एग्जांपल। मैं अगर ए चीज अगर बता रहा हूं तो उसके बाद बी सी डी ई एफ ये कुछ आपको भी करनी पड़ेगी। क्लियर है अभिषेक?
यस सर, थैंक यू।
राइट,
ओके सर।
ओके। 4 मिनट बचे अब। अमित सर, डेटा प्री प्रोसेसिंग स्टार्ट करना है कि बाद में ही करना है? 4 ही मिनट बचे अब।
थोड़ा ब्रीफ कर दो, एक दो क्वेश्चन और हैं लोगों के, अगर उनको आंसर कर दो बेटर है। लाइक स्काई किट
क्वेश्चन डायरेक्टली पूछो। मतलब कल ही हमने ये डिस्कशन करा था मुकेश सर के साथ कि डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन ज्यादा बेटर रहेंगे।
ओके, दीपक कुमार जी, कैन यू रिपीट योर क्वेश्चन? दीपक कुमार। Okay, let us take the question today. Okay, that's all.
हाँ, यस दीपक कुमार।
Please repeat your question, beta. Deepak Kumar, are you there?
Hello.
His question is, are we are going to cover Scikit Learn library?
Scikit Learn.
Yeah.
Achha, Scikit-learn library. Yes.
Yeah.
We will cover because everything, it's a heart of your machine learning. Whatever we will going to discuss in the regression, okay, in pre-processing, okay, in your classification models, regression model, then your classification model, उसके बाद क्लस्टरिंग मॉडल, और एक चीज है डायमेंशनलिटी रिडक्शन। डायमेंशनलिटी रिडक्शन, थोड़ा स्पेलिंग इधर उधर हो जाएगा, बड़ा स्पेलिंग, डायमेंशनलिटी रिडक्शन, ठीक है। सो यहाँ पे जो सारा जो हमारा मशीन लर्निंग है, इसमें क्या लगने वाला है हमें, इन सबको एक ही लाइब्रेरी लगने वाली है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द साइकिट लर्न, और इसे हम कहते हैं एसके लर्न, ठीक है। सो ऐसे हम, जैसे हमने पांडास सेपरेटली कवर करा है, नमपाई सेपरेटली कवर करा है, मैटप्लॉटलिब एंड सीबॉर्न लाइब्रेरी, तो इसके बाद आपका जो स्ट्रक्चर चलेगा ये सारा एसके लर्न के थ्रू चलेगा और थ्रू आउट द कोर्स, और उसके साथ साथ आपके कुछ नमपाई के कंसेप्ट यूज होते रहेंगे, पांडास के कंसेप्ट यूज होते रहेंगे, मैटप्लॉटलिब के कंसेप्ट यूज होते रहेंगे, सीबॉर्न के कंसेप्ट यूज होते रहेंगे।
तो डॉक्टर कसाना कल इसको कवर करेंगे?
कौन सा पार्ट? डेटा प्री प्रोसेसिंग?
या
सर रिग्रेशन मॉडल से स्टार्ट करेंगे मुझे लगता है। तो ऐसे कर सकते हैं कि कल का सेशन मैं ले लेता हूँ, सर को बोलता हूँ कि नेक्स्ट से स्टार्ट कर देते हैं, ऐसा भी हो सकता है, या फिर मैं लास्ट में ले लूंगा, फिर आप बताओ।
नहीं, there should be proper linkage so that audience can understand everything in like seamless manner.
वैसे सर से बात हुई है तो सर मतलब बोल रहे थे मुझे, मैं कवर कर दूंगा।
Okay, if he's going to take all this, then no issue. But अगर
Right,
आपको
right.
लगता है कि आपको कल फिर आना चाहिए तो then you should come.
नहीं, मुझे कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, क्योंकि मुझे सर का भी फोन आया था कि कैटेगोरिकल वैल्यूज जो है वो सर भी बता सकते हैं, तो मुझे लगता है कि सर भी ये चीज एक्सप्लेन कर देंगे।
Okay, so tomorrow we'll have Dr. Kasana.
राइट सर।
Okay, so that is there any question?
क्वेश्चन है? हाँ,
सर इसमें आप पीसीए भी कवर करेंगे?
इसमें मैं पीसीए भी कवर करूंगा मैडम, कर्नल पीसीए भी कवर करूंगा और एलडीए भी कवर करूंगा। और ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट रहता है, डायमेंशनलिटी रिडक्शन। इसका मैथमेटिकल पार्ट भी कवर करेंगे।
थैंक यू सर।
ओके, और किसी को कुछ पूछना है?
Any other question, please? Okay, thank you, Nitin, for wonderful information. And
Okay,
thanks
sir.
all the audience for your patience and for lovely question. Thank you very much.
ओके सर, ओके।